Hello, everyone. It is Cheldin Barlatt Rumer from This Is It TV. That was a hell of a hello, right? Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday and welcome to This Is It TV with Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, brought to you by IG Creative. We are your daily dose of lifestyle news as we celebrate the entrepreneurial spirit. We need you to tune in each and every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, here at WeWork Northern Liberties in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So we are starting this week off right. This is going to be a positive week if it kills me. It is going to be a positive week. We are going to do great things, and we are going to continue to tell the entrepreneurial story. You know I love having wonderful entrepreneurs on the show. Today is no different. Today is no different. It is going to be an amazing show. We'll get to our guest in a moment, but we have some celebrating to do. Don't we have some celebrating to do? You know, my Ben Baker figures it out for me. All these national holidays, you know, I'm sure I could Google it myself, but far too much work. Far too much work. So Ben gives me the national holidays, and today, unbeknownst to me, it is Spicy Guacamole Day. Not just regular guac, no. Spicy Guacamole Day. So happy Spicy Guacamole Day to all of you. Enjoy. I think it's also National American Teddy Bear Day. National American Teddy Bear Day. It's National American Teddy Bear Day, so I am super, super excited about that. So all of us here at This Is It TV will be celebrating. We are looking forward to being able to make it make sense and hang out with you. So today's morning message is not much different than any other day, but we're going to be focusing on a number of things. We're going to be focusing on specifically the pivot. You know, that's my favorite word in the world. The pivot is my favorite word. And so for us, when you pivot in through your life, you need to be able to make sure when you're making some decisions or changing up what it is that you're doing, that when you're building your particular business or a product or service, that you are truly doing it in the way that makes the most sense for your ideal target market. So if you are focusing on your ideal target market, if you're focusing on a business that is about growing, helping a specific community, you need to know one simple thing, in my opinion. One simple thing, and that one simple thing is, what void do you fill? What void do you fill? What are you looking to do when you take it to market? Are you looking to be able to set up a series of different specialty products or specialty services? Are you bringing something new and exciting to the table? And if so, how are you going to do that in the way that communicates that directly to your ideal target market? We're excited about everything that we do here at This Is It TV. We've created this program specifically to be able to speak directly to entrepreneurs, small business owners, and independent sales representatives, providing them with a voice, providing them with a marketing voice, allowing them to sit here on our stage and truly begin to share their features and benefits. For me, I knew that in order for me to do this, I needed to fill a void. In order for me to do this, I needed to make sure and ensure that we were in a certain place that wasn't filled before. Now, the majority of you that work within the world of small business entrepreneurship or any kind of business in general, most likely you're not inventing something from scratch, right? And if you do have the opportunity to invent the Post-it, that guy, love him, the guy that invented the Post-it, the guy that came up with the Twinkie, all of these things that are just wonderful inventions that are able to come to the table. But the majority of people, we're not creating. I'm not the first person that came up with a digital series, decided to do a talk show, but I have a unique differentiating advantage. So as I was pivoting from traditional agency and IG Creative to providing and producing this digital series each and every morning, it was important for me to understand what void that I would look to fill. And for me, it was providing small business owners with a stage. It takes a while for any small business owner, entrepreneur to be on the Today Show, to make it to any of Oprah's television programs, to be able to be on CNN, to be able to have national or global attention. But with the resources that I had, limited or not, I was dedicated to being able to fill that void. It was important for me to be able to sit and talk with entrepreneurs, to talk about their challenges, to be able to identify what I could do to help them, or how I could connect them with others within the market. It has been a journey, but knowing what void I fill is so super important. It is not easy enough to just say, you know what, I'm going to do a talk show, or you know what, I'm going to interview people. I tried that. And the first year that we were in business, the first year that we decided to produce this, we really were focusing on, you know what, Sheldon's just gonna interview people that she likes. It's that simple. I'm going to meet with people and I'm going to talk to them. That wasn't a challenge for me at all. But what made us unique? And as years passed and as we continued to really focus on the project, it was important for me to be able to figure out exactly what void in which we filled. And for me, it was about speaking directly to the entrepreneur, speaking directly to the small business owner, the independent sales representative, and being able to address some of the challenges that they would have in their day-to-day lives. Take the conversation from up here, talking about complex jargon and complex technology, and bring it right down to, my favorite girl, the cupcake lady. What does she need to do in order to be successful? What kind of information is useful to her? What could she be working on a day-to-day basis to have more people know about her today than yesterday? And how could I help fill that void? I was committed to that. I knew that there was something out there that needed to be done. I knew that I had the resources, as messy or not messy as it happens to be, in order to do it. I was committed to being able to fill that void with the resources and the team that I have. I was dedicated to be able to provide this information to you every single day. So knowing that we needed to stream live every single day, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m., I was committed to making sure that people started their day with me, that they knew that they could rely on my morning message every single day. And they could also be introduced to a new small business owner every single day. I was committed to that. I understood the void that there was in the market. I knew that there was going to be a challenge there, but I also knew that once I filled that void, we would be beneficial. We'd be able to really, truly serve the small business community. Now, it hasn't been easy. No. Especially when you're filling anything, right? You're filling a bucket. It's hard. It's hard work. It's hard work. But you have to stay committed. You have to stay committed to knowing that that void needs to be filled and there's a market that is interested in whatever it is that you're looking to offer. Whether it's a product or service or you're even promoting an event, what are you bringing to the table that is different than someone else's? An example I tend to use when I'm teaching in various classes is if you're serving at a restaurant or a bar and you're offering Coors Light, whoever doesn't like Coors Light, but you're offering Coors Light, what other bars or restaurants are also serving Coors Light? The majority probably, right? Why should somebody come into your space versus theirs? What makes you unique? What makes you stand out? In a world full of cupcakes, bakeries, and every street from Maine and every single city across the country, why should somebody buy your cookies? You need to understand that. You need to know that. You need to have a clear understanding as to what makes you special and what void are you looking to fill. We at This Is It TV want to talk about those voids, want to talk about what makes you special. So if there are people in your market, small business owners, entrepreneurs, and independent sales reps that have something unique to sell or a proper story to tell, we would love to have you on the show. We work diligently to provide you with the show each and every morning. We broadcast live at 9 a.m. Eastern from the WeWork in Northern Liberties here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We provide your daily dose of lifestyle news while we celebrate the entrepreneurial spirit. We start each and every day with our morning message, and thanks to Mr. Ben Baker, our national holidays as well. He's definitely been helpful as it relates. So I need you, as we begin this show, to celebrate Spicy Guacamole Day and American Teddy Bear Day. And we hope you enjoy your day and you're starting your day with us here at This Is It TV. We're going to take a quick break and come right back and introduce you to another amazing entrepreneur. Sit tight. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to This Is It TV with Cheldin Barlatt Rumer. I mean, I have a new friend. You're my friend, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, he's my friend. He's my friend. And you have a very unique business, right? Why don't you tell us the name of your business? Why don't we start with that?
Our name, the name is eGobi.
eGobi.
E-G-O-B-I-E.
Now tell me exactly what it is that you
Well, so goby is the goby fish in
Okay.
the ocean, G-O-B-Y. We
Okay.
just changed it to G-O-B-I-E. So
So
it's
fancy. You're so fancy.
it's the cleaner fish in the ocean.
Right.
So what we do is we are mobile car detailing, car wash, and oil change company where people, and we have a smartphone app where people can download, it's free, and they can order for our service to go to them, their workplace or their home.
I love this.
You don't need to wait in the car service shop for oil change or waiting the car wash lane on weekends, let's say.
Really?
So yeah.
So you bring everything to me.
Yeah, I bring everything to you.
Yeah.
We don't need to hook up to anything. Our van will show up, and all we need from you is your key, and that's it.
I love this. I love this. Now, how long have you been in business?
We've been in business for about 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah, ever
This
since
is new, people. I'm
this
bringing
is
you
really new.
something new.
Yes.
I love this. This makes me so happy. So 4 months you've been up and running.
Yep.
So it's an application,
Yep.
right? People can download, and it's on their smartphone. So it's both
Yep.
for iPhones and Android.
It's on both.
Okay,
Yep.
beautiful. And then geographically, where are you located?
Well, right now we are in most of New Jersey,
Okay.
or we're concentrating on northern New Jersey.
Okay, yeah.
But we've gone down to South Jersey, Point Pleasant.
Yeah,
and everything.
we
But
appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, but I think that that's great. So the app was created. I'm
Yep.
sure that took some time
It did.
to kind of figure that out.
A little
Now,
bit.
where did this idea come from?
Well, I'm a process guy. I have
Yeah.
my own consulting company actually,
Oh.
doing process improvement consultation for companies. But
Yeah.
I love thinking about process. Anything we
Yeah.
do is a process.
Yeah.
What you do here is a process, right? You have a process to set up stuff.
It's a process.
Yeah,
My
it's a
team
process.
knows it's a process. For sure, it's a process.
So on how to make things more efficient
Right.
and more convenient for people. And
Wow.
actually I started the idea about 2.5 years ago when my first son was born. I became really busy,
Yeah.
and I didn't have time to do any oil change or
Right.
run a lot of errands basically.
For
So
sure.
I started looking online and say, you know what, do I have people that can come to my house and do my car work for me?
Right.
I couldn't find anybody, with
Yeah.
a smartphone app.
Yes.
So that's when I started writing up the business plan and say, why don't I do it? Try it out myself.
Try it out yourself. And that's exactly what we were talking about in the morning message, the ability to fill a void. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
Doing something unique, seeing something, an empty space in which you need to fill.
Yep.
And I think that you saw a need for it just based on having a young baby come
Yep.
into your life. Your
Absolutely.
time changes drastically.
Yep.
What you have available. So it took a little bit of time. So you mentioned the business plan. So you had to kind of put together how this was all going to work.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No worries.
It was an idea in the beginning.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to write up a business plan, so
Yeah.
the first business plan sucked, right? So,
I love
it
you.
took a lot of iterations, and then it took some time to
Yeah.
find people with the same vision.
Yeah.
I really need to sell it first to
Yeah.
people that I know.
Yeah.
It also validates this
Yeah,
idea.
for sure.
I think there's a void.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that a real void out there? And
Hear him. He's
yeah.
preaching right now. Because it's the truth. Because again, in the entrepreneurial space, you believe that this makes sense.
Yes.
You believe with such passion that this is something that people will actually buy, right?
Yep.
But oftentimes that may not be the case. So
Oh,
you have to do a
absolutely.
little research to find out if there's actually a need for it.
Absolutely.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, so
Great.
we did it just a little bit of Survey Monkey,
Yeah,
and we sent it
yeah.
out to people,
That's
friend
great.
of a friend of a
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
And found out that actually a lot of people, they're looking for this type of service.
Yeah.
They exist, but with a smartphone app, it's
Yeah.
more convenient.
Absolutely.
So they don't have to pick up the phone and negotiate for a time to go to their house. All the availability is up at the app. So.
Wow, I love. So let's talk a little bit more about the services. So
Sure.
you had mentioned that so you can get your car detailed.
Yes. Yep.
Wow, you can get your car detailed, get your car washed.
Wash if it's a basic wash.
It's a basic wash.
We do as well.
Wonderful. And then you also can get your oil changed.
Yeah, oil change. We
Wow.
have synthetic blend and synthetic oil change.
Wow.
We do 20-point inspection.
Yeah.
We do tire pressure check. It's just like you go to the dealership.
Right.
It's the
Or
same
like
thing.
a Jiffy Lube or
Yeah.
whatever. To be able to figure it out, you can bring that
Exactly.
in a jiffy
And
to your house. I love that.
I mean, I like Jiffy Lube.
Yeah,
but
fair enough.
a lot of times they upsell you.
I understand. Please.
We don't upsell you.
Fair. You do, whatever it is.
Whatever
go,
you
figure it out.
order, we come, we
Okay.
finish it. But at the
I
end
love
of the
that.
day, we say, hey, we gotta go, but
Right.
you need maybe air filter here,
Yeah.
maybe you need to do this here. But you know what? Take your time. Don't
Yeah.
we
Call us
don't-
when you need us.
call. App us when
Right.
you need it.
App us. Right. App us when you need us. Log on when
Yeah.
you need us. So tell me a little bit about that process, because are you a car guy? Like, did you already know all of this, or were you more on the concept end, and then you had to become more knowledgeable about the actual industry?
Well, I've always been a car guy. I mean,
Yeah.
ever since I was in high school, I started
Yeah.
driving my first car.
Yeah.
I became fascinated with car. I take
Yeah.
care of my own car.
Yeah.
Before I had a kid, right?
Okay.
So,
Everything changes.
yeah, everything changes.
Everything changes.
But yeah, I love cars.
Yeah.
I study cars. So
Yeah.
part of the reason why we started with cars.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Again, seeing the void and then also based on a common interest. So the combination between the two really leads you to this really great
Yeah.
scenario. So let's talk about the app. It was funny. I was talking to somebody last week, and they were interested in starting an app, and they said, who should I speak with? Should I be? I mean, they were in their infancy stages.
Yep.
And they were more concerned about the programming of the thing than actually the concepts.
Yeah.
But you spoke a little bit about proving that the concept makes work, that works, that there's actually a void
think,
for it
yeah.
and people actually want it.
Yeah.
And then you get to the programming piece. Now, was that daunting to kind of make sure that made sense?
Well, it's good that, I actually spent the time to look for the right person.
Yeah, yeah.
So found a really smart guy.
Yeah.
And he was willing
Yeah.
and able
Yeah.
to transform our vision
Yeah.
into reality.
Yeah.
So he was able to program it. Smart guy. So,
Right. And that helps, right? To be able to work with people
Yeah.
that actually can see the vision.
Yeah, one thing is, there's a lot of app building companies
Yeah.
out there, but one of the reasons why we started with, there are two reasons why
Yeah.
we started with just people I know. One
Yeah.
is we didn't have money.
Right.
It's very expensive to develop.
Cheers to that.
develop,
Cheers to that.
develop an app. But at the same time, it's really, because I've done software
Yeah.
management,
Yeah.
project management, although I don't code anything
Yeah,
myself,
yeah.
but I've managed software development projects for the
Yeah.
past 10 years. One thing I found out is it's really important to communicate
Yeah.
with the programmer
Yes.
on what you actually want.
Yeah.
If you work with a company, I mean, maybe there are good companies out
No,
there.
no,
I
fair.
don't know, but
Right.
it's better if I can talk to the designer
Yes.
whenever I want,
Right.
and he can have accessibility to me
Yes.
whenever he wants.
Yes.
And that way we can talk back and forth and get that communication.
I think that's key, and I teach a course. I see my family out there, my kids out there, and I teach interactive media and advertising at Temple. And I think that I
okay.
equally do not do anything. I don't
Okay.
code anything. I don't build anything,
Sure.
but I manage the projects.
Mhm.
And being able to communicate with that coder, with that developer,
Yep.
and be very, very clear on
Mhm.
not only your expectations, but the look and feel and how you want it to function and how,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that folks believe that the people that are actually going to make it happen live and reside within their mind.
Yeah.
And if they're not able to communicate clearly, I'm just spilling, I'm so excited. If you're not able to communicate clearly
Right.
as to what you're looking to take to market,
Yeah.
how you want the end user to actually function and navigate through the space,
Yeah.
you're going to be in a really tough position and spend
Absolutely.
a ton of money.
Absolutely.
Because it's all based, a lot of cases, on hours and time.
Mhm.
So if you're not clear
Mhm.
on how you want everything to look going into a relationship with the developer,
Mhm.
you could waste a lot of time. And
Oh
money.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Requirements up front,
Yeah,
expectation management is
Yeah.
really something that's key.
yeah.
So
Oh, this is great.
yeah,
Yeah.
the human element in business is really important.
Even if you're dealing in the digital or technical space.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, anybody can build an app,
Right.
but how to build an app that's intuitive, easy
Yeah.
to use,
Yeah.
that's the hard part. the human interface.
Yeah. User experience. You're gonna
Yeah,
come
user
speak at one of my classes.
Okay.
Don't be surprised, kids, if you
Sure,
see
remember
Jeff in one of our classes that are coming up, because that's so important. You know what I mean? It's not only about making things look pretty. It's not only about, you know what I mean, having a really great idea.
Absolutely.
But how is the user going to interface with this?
Absolutely.
In addition to the void in which you fill, which I
Yep.
think is wonderful. So you're expanding all over. You have some really great news, right? We're working on some things. You're looking to move yourself through the country.
Yeah, actually, we have a very ambitious vision.
Yeah.
We're not only stopping at oil change and car wash, where our focus is actually on the app itself.
Really?
Because now, nowadays when you call, let's say when you get a plumber, you need to call plumber, electrician, call electrician, you got landscaper, you got gutter cleaner, you got all these guys with 10 different numbers you got to call, right?
I mean, who you telling? I know.
So
It's a lot.
with the app, we thought, why don't we integrate all of the consumer services?
Wow.
So it becomes like the Amazon for consumer
Yes.
services. One-stop shop where people can come
Isn't that exciting?
and order all kinds of service that go to them. Just go to our app. You don't need to download 10 different apps.
Right.
One app for ordering food, another app for ordering this. Why don't we integrate it together and have an ecosystem right there? So that's our big goal.
I love that.
But
I love that.
it does take time and money.
Yeah,
So,
it does. It does.
Yeah,
And
but
I
we
think-
want to mature the car care.
Yeah.
We want to do that well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But-
and is that important in the journey? Because I think that
Yeah.
that's another thing too. I think that some entrepreneurs think big.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be here
Right.
tomorrow, today. You know what I mean? I want to be here today. This is what my goal is. And then I think that sometimes, if not more times than not, it's about looking at where you are today, what steps you need to take in order to get to that goal,
Right.
as opposed to saying, okay, from zero to, multi-zillion dollar scenario. But
That's
I
not
like
realistic.
it's not a realistic plan, and I
It's
think I love the fact that you're saying you're looking to perfect the current offerings.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are.
and then but also understanding the long-term vision.
Yeah, we are doing this in phases.
Yeah.
Actually, our business plan is written in phase 1, what we're
Okay.
going to do, phase 2, phase
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
phase 4.
Wow,
That's
that's
our
great.
ultimate phase.
Yeah.
So we do need to set a goal
Yeah.
first. And then we have these intermittent, small,
Yeah.
achievable goals that
That's
will
fair.
lead us to the ultimate goal.
Well, I love the service, and I'm going to definitely take advantage of it for sure. We're in
Yeah.
South Jersey. Chris Rumer, it's coming to the house. I tell you, it's making its way for sure. So if folks want to get in touch with you and the app, where would they download the app? They can use it on iPhone, Android. What would they be looking for?
Yeah, just go to the App Store.
Okay.
And type in EGOBIE.
Okay.
That's our app, and
Yeah.
you'll find 2 apps.
Okay.
One is Ecobee, the other
Okay.
one's Ecobee Fleet.
Okay.
The Ecobee Fleet is actually for commercial fleet managers. If they want to use our service to come to service their fleet, they can download Ecobee Fleet.
Wow.
And get in
That's-
touch with us, and but
Great.
so that's
Great.
how you download the app. The
Yep.
app is free, absolutely free.
Okay.
I believe it's a 5-star app right now on
Yeah.
App Store. So.
I'm sure it is. And I love the fact that it's direct to consumer and B2B.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah, because
interesting.
we want to cover both sectors.
I love
but
that.
also check us out at our website.
Yeah.
So it's simply www.egobee.com,
Wonderful.
or email us
Yes.
info@egobee.com.
I love that.
Info@egobee. It will come to us. Chances are it's me
Yeah.
directly, and I'll
Again.
be answering.
Absolutely, that entrepreneurial spirit, that's where it
Exactly.
needs to be at this particular point. There is no shame in that. I believe you're on Facebook as well.
Yeah,
right?
we're on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're setting up other social media right now.
But I love that. It's the same thing. You don't necessarily have to do everything right away. Just do Facebook and make it make sense, and
Step
then
by
you're
step.
able to evolve from there.
Yeah.
So I friend and fan them. I suggest you do the same.
Please
you
do.
need to look them up. This is a service that I'm sure everyone will be getting
Thank you.
sooner than later, for
Yeah.
sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back with more This Is It TV with Cheldin Barlatt Rumer. Cool.
Thank you.
Please. My body. Some coffee all down my leg. Yeah. Hello, everyone. It's Cheldin Barlatt Rumer from This Is It TV, IG Creative. Now, wasn't that fun? Again, filling a void. It's so important for you to understand the importance of the void you fill. I think that it is really fun and interesting to just be like, I have this idea. I need to make this idea come to life. How wonderful is that? But truthfully, honestly, you need to really truly identify what void are you filling, what makes you unique, whether it's your product, service, or event, what makes you stand out. All of that as it comes together, as you build day after day, month after month, year after year, you're gonna have to focus on that unique differentiating advantage. Now, us here at This Is It TV want to hear from you. If you have a unique story to tell, if you have a small business, you know of an entrepreneur, an independent sales rep that has a product or service that they would love to take to market and share with our This Is It TV community, please reach out to us. You can follow, fan, and like us at This Is It TV, or you can stalk me freely at Cheldin Barlatt on all social media platforms. We broadcast live to you each and every morning, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern from WeWork Northern Liberties here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We are your daily dose of lifestyle news as we celebrate the entrepreneurial spirit. We encourage you to log on and get in touch with us. We have more stories to tell throughout the week, but we definitely want to hear from you. So please, get in touch with us. Log on to thisisItTV.com for more information. We'll be back tomorrow with more This Is It TV. Don't forget to tune in. Again, that's 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, here from WeWork Northern Liberties in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Have a wonderful day. Take care.